You're listening
You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the FreshTakes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the FreshTakes podcast. I'm your host, Tim, and I'm the bottom screen for once. It's kind of weird to see me on here while both of you are upright and vertical.
I mean, I can turn my camera sideways. Does that work?
Well, I mean, I don't want your arm to get tired.
I mean, I'll do what I got to do.
But yeah, Tank's in a different environment, so he's on his phone. That's why you don't see the mic that I gave him or his headphones or nothing.
I gotta do something.
Welcome to my world.
But all right, guys. We have this week's In and Out, and technically tomorrow, not for us because we record on Tuesdays, but when the video drops, tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
So, with that being said, first things first. Are we in or are we out? Ham is the better choice than turkey.
Ooh, I'm out. I am out.
Really?
100% out. 100% out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, now do you guys do anything different? Like, do you not do ham and turkey?
I do both ham and turkey, but I don't. I'm turkey all day long.
Okay, so if it's by itself, I'm ham. But like, if you give me a turkey sandwich and you put like the mashed potatoes on it and everything, then I'm turkey.
So yeah, I mean, I'll if ham is all by itself, kind of thing. If I don't have any other, uh, options, I'll stick with ham. But I like everything.
Actually, if ham's the only meat available, I'll triple up on sides. I hate ham.
Dang.
I
So,
hate ham.
so then I'm guessing you got turkey then too, Pat?
Yeah, turkey for sure. I honestly preferred next day turkey, kind of cold sandwich turkey leftover.
With everything
My
on
guy.
it.
Yeah, that hits the
My
spot.
guy.
Yeah.
Joe told me that the new Arby's deep fried turkey sandwich is a 10 out of 10. So,
Oh,
but I'm only asking because Lindsay doesn't like ham or turkey. So we get like that box fried chicken from Walmart, and she'll eat that while
yeah.
we all have ham and turkey.
Yeah, we just did a couple rotisserie chickens for my Friendsgiving the last weekend. So
Yeah, I see. She's not like vegan, but she's not big on a bunch of meat. So yeah, it's always different with her. She wanted this year for Christmas to not do ham and turkey. She wants to do a build your own pizza. So,
Hey, that sounds kind of cool.
but I mean, it's also,
yeah.
you get a month in between. You don't want to keep eating the same things. So, but all right, past that, are we in or we out? The Steelers fans should be worried about these last two games. Kind of a struggle against the Ravens, only winning but with field goals, and then losing to the Browns. And what? They got the Bengals this week, who are well rested off of a bye. Should the Steelers be worried?
I'm going to stay out. Actually, I'm going to be out on this. I think they just hit a road bump. I think they'll bounce back, and I think these two losses kind of whipped them into shape, kind of thing. Put that, oh crap, like we need to really buckle down and focus on it. So I'm going to be out on this.
I'm definitely out because George Pickens said it in the post interview. I think it was the weather. Like, if they prepared for a snow game, that they probably could have ended up winning that game.
Yeah, and I mean, while their offense definitely needs a little revamp, like another breath of fresh air, I'm not out because all the signs in like the betting world and everything pointed to Cleveland winning that game. And the second I saw three of us once again picked the same team, like I knew it. So like I said, everything pointed to the Steelers slipping up and losing that game in division. Always tough. So I
You
wouldn't
know how
be
close?
worried, but I wouldn't. Yeah, they
I
need to
think the
fix their
Jameis
offensive line.
the Jameis pregame interview gave me the Pittsburgh's done.
Yeah, well, yeah. Him on that, I was.
The
I
Yeah.
was like,
horses get us ready for battle, but the Lord gives us the victory.
I was this close to saying Cleveland, but I was like, nah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
I get to play in the snow.
I even like the posts where he has them doing the snowflakes with them, and then he's throwing snowballs at them, and he's like, "I got an
Yeah.
Amazon Prime a dubbed in my house."
Oh my God. He's
But
something else.
all right, now this one kind of hits me pretty hard. In or we out? The Giants will fire their entire coaching staff at the end of the season.
I'm out again.
I'm
I don't
out
think.
only because I think the DC will stay, but
I
the
was
head
gonna say,
coach and offensive coordinator, they're done.
yeah, I see them getting rid of a good bit of the coaches, but I don't see every single one of them getting fired.
I should probably say more of, do you think Daboll's and Joe Shane are gone?
Oh yes,
I
hands
think
down.
Daboll's, but I don't know about Joe.
I don't know. Seeing Saquon have such a great year and McKinney have such a great year, he kind of just said, screw these guys, they
Yeah.
suck. We'll pay Daniel. Screw these guys.
Well,
And now
McKinney didn't
Daniel's
want to
not
come
even.
back. That was on McKinney.
Well,
Say
fair
Saquon
enough.
said if you can figure a way, I'll come back. But McKinney was just like, this team's bad. I'm going.
Fair enough. But they didn't even offer. Like, money talks. If they would have offered
Yeah.
top of the market, he might have considered.
I think his biggest
Not that
thing
it would have helped.
was with Wink Martindale leaving. McKinney was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back to this team."
I don't, yeah, like you said, I don't blame him.
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah, I agree, but
say
we'll see.
I think the Giants are definitely going to clean up a good bit at the end of the season, especially with the Malik Neighbors and Dayball going back and forth after the game, and it just doesn't look good. I think Dayball's kind of getting to the point where he's just pissing players off instead of making them happy.
Well,
I
they
mean,
need to revamp and bring in someone, and they can't waste Malik Neighbors. They need to bring in a competent
oh,
quarterback.
100%.
Say not throwing to Malik until the fourth quarter. Like, what was that?
God,
I would say that was just bad play
Dumb.
calling.
yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to send it on over to Tank for his top three. That catch, though. Take it away, Tank.
Welcome to this week's episode of That Catch, though. Well, we'll get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I got three nominees, one honorable mention. My one honorable mention comes from one of my co-hosts' favorite teams, and it is A.J. Brown from the Eagles. So my first nominee comes from the Arizona Cardinals, Michael Wilson. Here's the video.
After the fifth Seattle sack, Murray launches Wilson.
Video number two comes from none other than the Dallas Cowboys, Jalen Brooks.
20 yards to get in the field goal range, looking for more, over the top, it is pulled in!
And the third one comes from Malik Heath of the Green Bay Packers.
It's been much, much different. Love going to throw a fade here to the corner, it is caught for the touchdown, Malik.
You saw it in the winner of this week's That Catch, though, goes to Jalen Brooks of the Cowboys. Yes, I'm a little biased on it, but you know what? That was like it was great. I'll just put it that way. Like, if you did not see that catch, shame on you.
I think we're going to have to scrap this segment. That's twice now the Cowboys have won this year.
Hey, Steelers won it back. Have won twice. I don't want to hear it.
Steelers, I'm pretty sure, won back to back.
Yes. So
Cowboys almost have as many catches though as real wins.
hey, the Cowboys this year just suck. I'm on. So if I can give them a little bit of an award, let me give them an award here now.
Well, I can't say anything. When we get to my segment, I got a repeat winner now. But
Derrick Henry.
all right. Here's the next one, and this one I really want to know your guys' opinion. In or we out? Daniel Jones would be a better starter for the Vikings than Sam Darnold.
Out.
I don't know. Sam's been playing really bad the last couple games. And I think you put Daniel in a good system and he'd be better. At least Daniel could get away from some of the pressure, like scrambling wise. Sam
Yeah,
just eats it and takes the sack. I mean, there was one play that Sam sacked for like 13 yards because he just ran backwards.
yeah, I see your point. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I just, man, no, I don't think he fits that offense system that well, though. I
I don't
I'm
think
out.
I've seen anything from Daniel that makes me think he'd play better than Sam Darnold this season. Sam, Sam doesn't throw as many pick sixes.
But he throws more picks.
Ah,
I don't know.
and
I think Sam throws more interceptions than Daniel does, but Daniel throws more pick sixes.
I'm also biased here. I give Sam a pass on everything because he was introduced to the league in an Adam Gase world. It's unfair to him.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones was brought in a Joe Judge world who decides to run a QB sneak on 3rd and 14 on your own 3 yard line.
You know.
I mean, he does have a point there.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Sam Darnold was never told to do that.
I don't know. I'm still out. I don't think he would.
Yeah, I'm out still.
Well, we might find out because it's looking like they're leaning towards signing him.
Okay, we'll see it.
All right, are we in or we out? Miami could sneak their way into the playoffs. They're on a 3-game winning streak right now.
Can you pull up their schedule and tell me what their schedule looks like?
While I do that, I'll just give you some more insights. Jalen Waddle's finally looking good again. Jonnu Smith is becoming the number 1 tight end in the league. 8-Chain still is blowing up like he always does. And they just got notified that Shaq Barrett wants to come out of retirement, and they have him under contract still. So he could fill in a linebacker spot. But, all right. So, the Miami Dolphins, who are 5-6 right now, have the Green Bay Packers, the Jets, the Texans, the Niners, the Browns, and the Jets again.
I'm gonna be out.
I'm thinking that's like a 4 wins right there, 9-8. It'd have to be like
I
one of
think
those if they win, 2 teams have to lose, and because I think
I don't
Baltimore and Pittsburgh
I don't
have
think they
wild
beat
card locked.
kinda
So it'd be down to Chargers, the
Broncos.
Broncos,
Yeah, see,
Miami, and
I,
Indy,
I,
maybe.
I
Those
don't see,
4.
I don't see, I have this hunch. We know Baltimore and Pittsburgh taking up 2 spots. I have this feeling that it's going to be the Chargers and Broncos making the other 2 wild cards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say no to that, but Broncos, they are 7-5, and they got Browns, Colts, Chargers, Bengals, Chiefs.
Easy
I'm
schedule, huh?
I'm thinking that's like 2 more wins for them. So that would put them at 9-8.
I think 4 more for them. That was a
I
pretty
was thinking
cake.
3.
Really? I don't know. I think the Bengals are going to turn around in the second half. And then the Chargers have Falcons, Chiefs, Bucks, Broncos, Patriots, Raiders. I think Chargers definitely get at least 4 there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking 4.
So I think Chargers are in, and it's going to come down between Miami and Denver.
I'm still out. I think Denver gets it over top of Miami.
Well, pull it up. What's Pittsburgh's remaining? They're slumping right now.
But they also have a
Maybe.
bunch of divisional games still to go. They
I mean,
have
they,
Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals.
you see what I mean? Like, maybe
Hey,
that's 2 wins.
they just need one more, and Tomlin keeps
Yeah,
his perfect record. But yeah, I think they get a Browns and they get a Bengals. That's it.
yeah, like that's pretty tough.
But I mean, if they do that, that's still 10 wins because they're 8-3.
So I still think it. I'm going out. I'm going out.
Trying to see if there's anybody else. Say Raiders are 2-9, they're done. Titans are 3-8, they're practically done. Dolphins 5-6, Patriots 3-9, they're done. And then the only other one is the Colts who are 5-7. I mean, you could
And
throw,
only one team is making that
you could
division.
I would say you could throw the Bengals who are 4-7, but they'd have to win out, and they have a pretty tough schedule because
Yeah,
the Bengals have Steelers, Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos, Steelers.
a little easier than some, but they have a lot more ground to make up.
Definitely easier than Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
But I mean, say they beat Pittsburgh, Cowboys, Titans, Browns. That's 4 wins. That makes them 8 wins. So yeah, I think Bengals are basically done.
What if
So
what if week 17 Pittsburgh Cincinnati becomes a seventh seed?
yeah,
Wow.
that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm thinking last one. It's gonna be between the Broncos and the Dolphins. I think
Yeah.
Chargers and Ravens or slash Steelers have it secured. But all right. The Commanders and the Cowboys have had the best game so far of the year.
Well, I'll call it the
I,
worst game because that was
Okay, most entertaining.
yeah, no, it was fun to watch
okay.
for sure.
It was
Very fun to
definitely
watch.
I'm still
I
out.
was
But
I was gonna say I'm out
that
because
yeah,
I think it was the Chiefs
that's
and Bills game. Honestly, I thought that game was better.
I still wouldn't even. I put Bengals Ravens week first time.
oh I got you.
Well,
I was
yeah,
gonna
but I'm
say
just
Bengals Commanders. Like even
Bengals
that one
Commanders
was
was really good. Yeah.
well. That's what I was gonna say. I was just throwing out the Chiefs and the Bills game. I mean, that game right there was better than the Commanders and Cowboys. It was what I was saying. Like there was other games that are out there that are better this year. So I'm gonna out, and I'm a Cowboys fan.
Then
and
I mean week
also
one, Ravens and Chiefs was very good.
Yeah.
yeah. And
So
most of that action in that game was like the last 4 minutes. So until then,
Yeah.
it wasn't that good of a game.
I don't know. I think most entertaining was Lions Cowboys.
I
on
was
that
pretty entertained.
note, we're going to go straight over into another segment that you all kind of like, I guess. Of
Oh,
Tim's
okay.
Have a Day.
All right. So before I start my have a day, I just need to let you all know I was told if this player does not win have a day, it's rigged. So unfortunately, I guess this segment is rigged because he's not gonna win. Although I did text back saying there's more games still to go. So with 8 catches, 162 yards, and a touchdown, we got Jordan Addison. 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. We got Josh Jacobs, who was Tank's nomination. And lastly, we have the guy who rips my heart out every single time I watch him play now.
Yeah, he
Four
deserves it.
catches, 47 yards, 26 attempts for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mr. Saquon Barkley, have a day.
Yeah, I kind of figured, honestly, after I saw his stats, I was like, yeah, he's going to win it.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
what I was
did, and you
like.
did even text
Josh
me like,
Jacobs was my pick, and then when Saquon did that, I was like, yeah, there's more games.
you did text that. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of rough. Pat's loving it, but
Iowa, uh, yeah, I am. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm smiling smiling bigger, or if Jalen Hurts after that second touchdown smiling bigger.
Dude, when he broke for that second one, I was like, yeah, this is what we're missing.
This is what happens when
Definitely.
you have a competent offensive line.
This is what happens when you pay your running back and not your quarterback.
Yes.
Yep,
So,
yep.
all right, are we in or are we out? We are seeing the downfall of the Niners.
Oh, I'm definitely in.
I'm out.
And
I'm
I
out.
understand. Listen, I understand that they have a lot of injuries right now, but
That's why I'm
I'm
out.
just
I mean, you had Kittle who missed 4 games, Debo who missed like 3, Ayuk who's out for the season. This week Purdy was out. You had McCaffrey who didn't start till week 10. Although I will say Jordan Mason coming in and taking over was very good. Charvarius Ward's kid passing, so he's missed 3 games. Nick Bosa's hurt. Hufanga's still out.
I get
Greenlaw
it.
is out.
I get it.
I
Injury bug hit them. I get that, but
that's why I can't say I'm in on it though. Like I'm
they're
out only
good.
because of that sole reason. And I'm not and the downfall I can't really say nothing when you got 6-5, 6-5, 5-6, 5-6. They still have a chance to win that division. I mean, their
Yeah,
schedule is very tough, but they still have a chance to turn it around.
but they won't.
I
I'm
know that they
completely in.
won't.
Uh, they had a nice 4 or 5 year window, came close twice, and unfortunately, windows closed. And now with Purdy's contract going to have to be paid, they're not going to be able to keep the same core of nice explosive
Yeah,
weapons. Ayuk just got the deal. I forget how many years, but
I
now
think
I
3.
doubt Debo is bye bye.
They already said that they're going to shop Debo during the offseason.
Yeah, so there goes a playmaker. Um,
Which I hate to say this, and I'm scared to think about it, but there was talks that Philly was going to go all in for Debo. And if you got Devonta Smith, Debo, and AJ Brown, that's a
and
little
Saquon,
scary. But
too
I
much
can see Minnesota going for
yeah,
Debo.
no, they
yeah,
could
so
use
I don't know. I
points.
can't say I'm in, but I'm not out. Somebody was saying on X that if the Niners fall in last place in their division, that Shanahan's done. And somebody responded, they're like, as soon as that tweet goes out, Shanahan's getting 31 different calls from all these teams because they know that they could use him. So I think the Niners
Yeah,
would be dumb to release him because then he can just go straight to another team. I say Shanahan's that good that as soon as he gets released, he's going to another team.
Oh yeah,
all
hands
right.
down.
So, all right. Are we in or we out? Josh Jacobs is a top running back, just wasn't in a good system with the Raiders. Um, I'm gonna
I'm
say
in.
out solely because he was the top running back twice in the league when on the Raiders. So I don't think it was that the Raiders failed him. It's the last 2 years with the Raiders he was hurt, so that's why his numbers don't look as good. But I mean, there was talks of him in MVP talks in like I think 21, maybe 22. I know 22 he was like one of the top draft picks in fantasy, but that was the year that he got hurt. So I'm only saying I'm out because I think he was still a good running back even with the Raiders. It's just you see the Raiders and you just assume, oh, bad.
I don't assume bad when I hear the name Raiders, but I mean, like you said, the stats, a couple years ago they were good, but man, he's shown that he's he's great. I
Um,
feel that because I think the system out there in Vegas hurts a lot of teams. Like they all like the saying used to say that you go to the Browns to kill your career. I feel that it's now the Raiders. Now, I'm not saying it's not only the Browns or the Browns aren't still doing that because they are, but I think you got to put the Raiders into the mix of you go out there to kill your career.
I don't know what was it.
and
Goaded receivers go to Titans to end their career. You had Jerry
yeah,
Rice. You had DeAndre Hopkins, Andre Johnson.
Yeah. So
um, I'm in. with the Jacobs, and you kind of said that, Tim, but the last 2 years for Vegas, he was bad. And who was the coach? Josh McDaniel. Josh McDaniel's terrible. He ran Josh Jacobs, the league leader in yards, 30 times in a Hall of Fame game. Come on. He's an idiot. He didn't know how to use him. He didn't like him for some reason, even though he's like a top 5 running back talent.
What was it
Yeah.
last year or the year before that Jacobs ran 9 times against Buffalo and had -3 yards?
I think it was.
I think the year before, but
With McDaniels.
yeah.
Yeah. So I will say the McDaniels era, he was in a bad system and he was bad. But when they had Gruden, he was just like a top running back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I can agree with
so
that.
he's always had it, but yeah, he really got hurt with those 2 like bad years.
Yeah.
Like, just,
That's why I felt like he fell so far in drafts this year because people were like, these last 2 years he's been bad. I don't know. I can't predict it. So, all right. The last one, and this one's going to make Pat pretty happy. Are we in or are we out? Saquon deserves MVP this year. I'm in. I saw a statistic that the year that Adrian Peterson won MVP, which he was the last running back to win an MVP through 12 weeks, he had like 1,028 yards and like 8 touchdowns. And in just 12 weeks with Philly, Saquon has like almost 1,300 and like 14 touchdowns. So he's on pace to do better than what Adrian Peterson did. So I'm in. I think Saquon is like leading right now. But again, it's all quarterback.
I'm in. I saw that same stat, and I'm definitely 100% in on this.
Yeah. I'm in. He has 6 games left to get 670 yards or something for the record. I kind of like the odds there.
I'd say Henry's close to the record too.
Yeah, Henry had a good performance to bolster it there too.
Hey, I think he had
Saquon's
140
monster game
yards.
kind of jumped it, but yeah, I think.
All right. We're gonna pull up the records right now, and then we're gonna look at the guys right now in leading. So, rushing yards in a single season, we got Dickerson with 2,105, and Saquon is at 1,392 right now. So you do the math. That is 713 he needs. And he's got what, 6 games to do it?
It's
He needs to average 118 per game, which is
Doable, but yeah, still a task.
And then if we look at rushing touchdowns by LT, it's 28. And right now, Henry has 13. So Henry would need to average like 2 a game, which I doubt that's going to happen.
Saquon could be close if, like you say, Jalen wouldn't have 11.
And then Gainwell has like 2 now. I saw another stat. It was that the dynamic running backs, like the leading is Gibbs and Montgomery with 18 total touchdowns combined. And next in line was Justice Hill and Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry had 13 and Hill had 0. Because I think they said Montgomery and Gibbs combined. Montgomery has 10 and Gibbs has 8. And then, the next is Henry and Hill, and Henry has 13 and Hill has 0. Although Hill did get one last night, so he helps add on to that.
He's doing his part.
So, all right, Pat, power ranking preview.
Cleveland 32?
Say, are we throwing my Giants in the bottom 30 now? I feel like we gotta. Well, we gotta. Jacksonville, I'm putting at 32 still.
Yeah, but the Giants have to be definitely in the threes.
Hey, did the Cowboys move up any since we won?
Tank, let's be realistic. Uh,
Are Washington out of the top 10 now?
yeah,
I would say they were like ninth, I think.
yeah, they're gone. Can't lose a game like that,
Is this the week that I finally
especially if
get
it's
Denver in
terrible.
there?
They deserve it. They better.
Hey, I
I
called
guess
last week.
with the Chargers losing too, like it definitely doesn't make it harder. Um, I honestly haven't given the top of the list much thought. I think everyone won, so there shouldn't be much.
Yeah, but the Chiefs was close to a bad team and sloppy. Eagles dominated. The Ravens, I was gonna say they dominated, but they kind of gave up in the second half. Lions, I mean, it was the Lions. They're staying at one no matter what. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
if I had to do it, Eagles two and Lions are one. I'm dropping the Chiefs a little.
no, 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 no. The Eagles are staying at five. They're not. They're not good, Tim.
Look,
Don't put expectation
I'd
on them.
say anytime you put Philly in the top three, they end up losing the next week.
They will. They are. They'll be a bottom three team if I can help it.
I saw something that since losing to Tampa Bay for the Eagles and the Lions, they both are undefeated since.
Oh, that's true.
Say when
Oh,
Lions
hey, here
lost to
come the
Tampa,
Giants.
yeah, we'll turn around 8-9.
Winning it out.
I
Yeah,
mean, good.
we got a pretty rough schedule.
Hey,
Say we
yeah, you
got
do.
we got Dallas, Philly, the Saints, the Falcons, Baltimore,
Uh,
Colts. I'm projecting two more wins.
Only because the Giants aren't great, but like three of those teams are kind of like you still don't know who they
Say
are this
I
far in the
think
season.
Saints and Colts we might get the win over.
Yeah.
watch y'all actually beat Cowboys this Thursday.
I don't think so. Uh,
I
DeVito's.
don't see it either,
I don't
but
think DeVito's playing.
to
Hey, can you Can
get
you more
locked.
aggressively than Baker Mayfield do the?
Look, if we win Thursday, Tank, you got to open up the show with a little Tommy DeVito.
All right, I'll
Absolutely.
shake on it.
All right.
Oh
Since we had to
yeah.
cancel our bet, that's our new bet. If we win, you open up with some Tommy DeVito. If the
Deal.
Cowboys win, I'll open up with a yeah, here we go.
All right, deal.
Yeah.
Deal.
So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We hope you guys did enjoy. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. But go ahead, and if somebody was robbed in Tank segment, let us know. Nobody was robbed in my segment. Saquon was going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's from me. On to you, Pat.
We want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey, and if you eat ham, I hate you. Have a terrible day. Okay.
It's on to me
Yeah,
now.
he said
Oh,
Tank.
I didn't hear it. All right. Well, you can follow us on the good old X. Oh, before I even get to that, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all have lots of turkey and ham, mashed potatoes, the green
Say,
bean casserole.
Pat
Oh,
just said no ham. What are you doing?
I like the ham. Okay, I told you I like ham, but I like turkey more. But
All
you
right,
can
before
follow us
we
on the
start, hold on. Before we start at number one side, what side you going for?
green bean casserole.
Disgusting. Deviled eggs.
I'm basic. I'm going for the Mac.
I mean,
You can't
I
win.
like it all. I like all of your guys, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that. You can follow us on the good old X, aka FKAARTA Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Don't forget, one lucky subscriber, once we hit 100 subscribers on the YouTube page, we'll get a prize from yours truly, Tim, Tank, and Pat. And don't forget to be listening to a new segment of the Hot Take over on TikTok this week. You'll have to be paying attention. Other than that, I'll see y'all next week. Peace, y'all.
Goodbye, everybody.